afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to deliver you a presentation about our journal article entitled Relation Between the Winning of Fidesz Party with the Number of Incoming Asylum Seekers in Hungary. In 2015, Europe is being flooded by 1 million refugees that mainly came from North Africa, South Asia, Middle East, and Eastern Europe. This particular phenomenon is often called as the European Migrant Crisis 2015. There are top three countries for these immigrants. There are Germany, Italy, and Hungary. In Hungary itself, there were 6,220 applications that registered themselves as asylum seekers. But at the end, there were only 1,291 who received recognition from Hungarian government. But as the number of asylum seekers grew, Hungarian government announced that they were overwhelmed and overburdened by the massive influx of immigrants. Therefore, Hungarian government imposed a very strict rule towards immigrant and asylum seekers. Moreover, Viktor Orban, the Hungarian Prime Minister, introduced and imposed several anti-immigrant policies, some of which is the construction of border fence on the Hungarian border with Serbia and Croatia. And in one of his speech, Viktor Orban perceived asylum seekers and immigrants as a Muslim invaders that could destroy Hungarian Catholic cultures. According to a research poll conducted by Pew Research Center, there were 76 Hungarians that perceived asylum seekers and immigrants as terrorists and could increase the likelihood of terrorism in Hungary. This negative sentiment is being used by Viktor Orban and his Fidesz party to keep campaigning anti-immigrant policy and to make them gain majority votes in 2018 Hungarian election. Therefore, this research aims to analyze and measure how the ruling party of Hungarian Prime Minister Fidesz party affect the number of asylum seekers that wish to apply for asylum in Hungary.
For our article, we are using two literature review. The first one is assessing Hungary's stance on migration and asylum in light of European and Hungarian migration strategies by Christina Juhas. This article mainly talks about the Hungarian stance when there are already two strategies regarding migration that were tackled by the EU and also their own government, but their action and communication are contrary to both. The second article is No Country for Asylum Seekers: How Short-Term Exposure to Refugees Influence Attitudes and Voting Behavior in Hungary, by Teresa Gessler, Gergo Todt, and Johannes Watch. This is thought about how related exposure to refugees during 2015 migrants crisis to political outcomes in Hungary, which indicates that anti-refugee attitudes specifically spread among right-wing partisans, and both of the right-wing parties exist in Hungary mostly compete to present tougher immigration policies to gain more votes. Novelty in this research will reverse the point of view as it examines the impact of political phenomenon towards the existence of asylum seeker in Hungary. The research methodology that we use is quantitative research method. This method to analyze and measure the relation between the winning of the ruling party of Hungary affects the number of asylum seekers in Hungary. This research uses a quantitative research method based on the data of voters and the number of asylum seekers themselves. These steps are chosen so that the result can illustrate the relation between the domination of Fidesz party can affect the quantity of asylum seekers in Hungary.
So to comply with the application of the research method, we get the data from the 4 year of the Hungarian election as the dependent variable, respectively in 2008, 2010, 2014, and 2018. And also for the dependent variable is the quantity of asylum seekers that want to stay in Hungary in the same year of the election. So our race is focused on this 4 year of elections, political elections in Hungary, where the Fidesz party won. And you can see in the table that the X and Y, the X is the dependent variable, and the Y is the dependent variable. Move on, we progress to count the relations between these two variables using R, and the relation is shown a number of negative 0.022, means that one increase in the vote of Fidesz party in each of the respective years of the election is equal to the reduction of number of asylum seekers that want to enter Hungary in the year of election in the country by 0.022%. However, R determined that this result is not significant enough to draw a certain conclusion on that, as there is no star sign shown after the results, like you can see in the note of the table. And the regression table also shown the R square that shows that there is about 28% correlation between the variable observed. Well, this is not actually a good result, the someone there is still a correlations. While it shows quite a small number, the limited number of observations again limit the precision of the research. You can see the observation only 4 because there are only 4 years of election, and there is also the residual standard error that is quite a big amount. And the conclusion that we can get from this research is that the increasing number of asylum seekers can be concluded into several points. The first, the tightened up policy regarding asylum seekers application by the government exists in Hungary, and it relates how the winning party also affects major intention of asylum seekers want to enter the country. Second, the concern of the asylum seekers themselves who think Hungary tends to be unfriendly with them, indicated by the victors of the far-right political party, Fidesz party, in the 4 years of election, and proven by the result of regression table of simple linear model produced by R. That's all for our presentation. Hope that you can increase your knowledge. Thank you very much and good afternoon.